Brace up yourself and ready for another sports program. That na Sports Update Extra, where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from Monday to Friday, as you go get detailed discussion and analysis on team them like football,
little chance for a marker now. Sierra Leone with a magnificent equaliser.
Cricket, with other sporting discipline them, plus policy statements them.
Having overt conflict that will affect the sport, the legislation gives us the powers to deregister you.
And international sports news, fixture, and results from top league them na Euro. So, for just 45 minutes every day, listen to Sport Update Extra on Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from 10 o'clock morning to 10:45, as yourself will get a chance for add your voice to the program.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of the program Sport Update Extra, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Inside today's edition of the program, Fambul, as we just get 2 weeks for complete the first round of fixture inside the Leonwalk Premier League. They look at fixtures for match week 15. Waiting we for expect as it will start today between Abacha City versus Bantal FC and a lot more of other fixtures them, where this get for make we open the phone line very, very early, as after that we will simply to turn our attention to the international scene for look at how results been tallied yesterday inside the English Premier League midweek football, and we will continue today again, so they continue with the program. But don't forget to take care for use the number 077-981-981. The number again 077-981-981. Now the number you will use for be part of this edition and add the voice to the different thing they will look at inside this edition of the program Sport Update Extra. And so we social media platform users them una self able for use the comment section for send text message or comment or ask questions on the different thing they will look at inside this edition of the program Sports Update Extra. First off, we topic for today's discussion we'll look at infrastructure versus capacity building. What in the sports sector need for we get an all-around development inside the sporting sector na the country. For help we talk more on this, we get Alhaji Jallo, where they are between the studio. Alhaji, good morning and welcome to this edition of the program.
Yeah, Jaffa, good morning and good morning to listeners them out there.
Yes, plenty thank you for joining me today inside this edition. Also, we'll go for a look at international, like I say. But then, before we go, we're going to take a quick glance on some of the fixtures and way for start today inside match week 15 of the Leonwalk Premier League. It is starting at Approved School today. Also, Abacha City will be get a 1-0 victory against Eastern Lions in match week 14. Go come and play against Bantal FC. Then also we go get Wilberforce Strikers, we go play na SLFA Academy inside Kenton against Freetown City Football Club. On Friday we see the action go continue as Star Sports Academy go play against Port Authority. Then on Saturday it go for be Luawa FC up against Old Edwardians on Saturday na the Approved School field. And still on Saturday, again for be again Usum Field. We go see Usum Stars. They welcome by Boy Warriors for lock on to a very tight fixture. Then Slifer FC go play against FC Calon on Saturday. Sunday fixtures them look like this. Bo Rangers go travel from the south to the north for play Diamond Stars, where they struggle at the moment. And the big one, Mighty Blackpool, go engage Eastern Lions inside match week 15. Cambo Eagles self go entertain Bulom Stars, and that one they go play na Kenema Town Field. But then Yusuf can make a contribution on some of their fixtures there. Alhaji, before we can look at the topic of discussion for today, some of the fixtures they out now, but I believe say Yusuf will understand because of the history and the kind way how the team they tin up the status of the team in the league. Eastern Lions versus Mighty Blackpool, and the big pick for this week.
Yeah, as people always don't they know the history between the two clubs there, when Eastern Lions and Mighty Blackpool, and now one of the giant football club them where you come to history of Sierra Leone football, and you watch at Eastern Mighty Blackpool. Now one of the team them where they represent Salone international scene during the days the way them be in the day compared to now, So we just they see, we they hope and pray let this fixture here therefore be a match winner for all sporting activities. Then, for example, if Mighty Blackpool carry the day for this fixture here, I should say that will be a big boost for them now the league, so that they were able to see how best then go able to progress now the table, because we don't see how Eastern Lions mark them performance poor right now the League Premier League ongoing, because you watch how Eastern Lions they don't play 14 games them, and you see them standing at the league not sum up well for them fans them, and you can watch out most of them games where they can play, you can see the momentum of fans them where the turn up knocking look that well compared to the way how they win and the 2024-2025 League Premier League, and they 15th position right now the league. That not tell well for the fans them with 13 points out of 14 games the way they don't play. So this is a very tight match for Eastern Lions, because they watch out the form where Mighty Blackpool they right now, Jaffa 11th position at the league, and they get 17 points, and that's going to tell you say Mighty Blackpool and 2024-2025 Premier League season not to the same with Mighty Blackpool 2025-2026 campaign ongoing, because you don't see massive changes now the Mighty Blackpool staff and the technical team, and onto the pitch you don't see how Mighty Blackpool they play for let us see say then give them strength, then give them everything to the club for let them get victory towards their opponent. So I should say this game is a very tight match between and Mighty Blackpool and Eastern Lions, and we hope and pray the officiating match official where they officiate this match go able to control this match because now two giant club then they meet up inside the League Premier League Jaffa.
Yes, indeed. Very, very interesting one. We're going to look forward for see how things go happen between the two sides, and particularly where the two teams they know they perform very well. You foresee say this match go flop like the Premier League kind of fixture we all anticipate for see? Yeah,
Jaffa. Yeah, I expect plenty spectators them go there around, because they want for see waiting this match entails of, because you watch out the performance of Eastern Lions, they want for try for see how best they will come up from the 15th position within the league, and they will give all them best for play, and then fans they back go they out there for charge them up for let them able beat the T-Stars boys when what they say the Mighty Blackpool, and for see how best they will able to capitalize that game day so that they will able to get 3 points or even a draw at that match day, so that they were able to see how best they will come up from that 15 position where they're in the league. So now a very big encounter between Mighty Blackpool and Eastern Lions. I hope and pray spectators them go there for let them see then team how they perform, both teams them, because now a very big match for the day now the Premier League.
Okay, continue for still to inside the program. Alhaji Awalo look at another fixture, particularly for the one where they start today. Abacha City up against Bantal FC. Bantal have been the only team who get a very comfortable scoreline in the Matric 14 weekend. Playing against Abacha City, we just there above relegation zone. Bantal want for claim up because they get like 7-point difference with the top person when I Bible Warriors, and then go on for closing that gap. The Abacha City self go on for do the same. How interesting this fixture also be?
Yeah, Jaffa, this now one of the fixtures them we get for play, and where they start today on the, we know say this fixture has get for take a lot of intensive because we get for see how Abacha City, the young lads them where they try for make a mark na the Lagos Premier League for see how best they go come up from the 14th position within day, for let them chase the climax of Mighty Blackpool or Slipher, because you see Abacha City now one of the team them when the campaign be starts inside where they start the campaign inside 2024-2025 season, we don't see a lot of impact where the young boys that they try for create and show the difference of say then now a young lads and they're ready for take on any big name na the Lagos Premier League, and we don't see that back don't they happen now this 2025-2026 campaign where they go on, and now they meet up Bantal FC when a very good team, and Bantal FC now one of the team them we don't the trouble most of the big names them now the Lagos Premier League, and then they're 7 right now now the league and with 20 points. I should say that was a very big one for Abacha City for let them see how best they were able to lock on Bantal FC, because now a very tough match and Jaffa.
Yes, indeed. We don't look at other fixtures, but Fambul, Yusuf can call now for making contribution on the different thing them we look at inside this edition. We get other fixtures, but particularly for today, we're struggling with our first strikers go play against FC when African City Football Club and SLFA Academy. Then Friday evening football go see inside Ports Authority go host Star Sports Academy. I think say that one they bring another a very interesting fixture. Ports Authority they on a transition. They're going to make some massive progress as to what they do in the previous season. And Star Sports Academy don't be consistent with poor performance where they're not able for win. Team way in the start of the league it was almost impossible for them to lose, but now then they draw and then they lost, and then they play against Sports Authority where Sabi manage game.
Yeah, Jaffa. We see Port Authority this the previous match where they play. We see side then able get a 2-1 nil against the opponent. Where that shows say yes, Port Authority they try for be that Port Authority where people have been know before, than compares to 2024-2025 season. Because Port Authority be the struggle during the previous Lagos Premier League, but compared to this current one here, we don't see a massive winning for them, because we see them position right now when they're in the league 6th position, now a very good footing, because they all not completed the 17 matches they hit, but this now a very fine one. If they maintain for the inside the top 10, I should say they were able to inside the top 5 now the league. And compare a watch at Star Sports Academy, now one of the prolific team that one day we get a lot of youngsters them we get a talent for play the ball. Just that no more they need more focus for see how best them go kick up them games them for let them win more games them na the league. Because right now you see the 2024 campaign, Star Sports Academy be always a day na the top 10. But now you see the side and they na the league 2nd position. That's don't say Star Sports Academy ready for take the league and in different dimension, because you see how the Lagos Premier League they go, all the big names then right now Jaffa, they see them now the top 5.
Yeah,
you understand?
But also you mentioned about how this can be a big season, or you can see massive U-turn. Port Authority they perform bad, then they play very good football. Mighty Blackpool they perform bad, now you see some kind of improvement about the way forward. All Edwardians have been the struggle, but now then they in and around the top spot. Biboya Warriors been the struggle in the previous season before the manager where did so come, but now then they play very good and comfortable football, then very consistent with the results and things like that. And all of this don't they build up, except for few, but is it that we foresee say this season could be the peak point season where many of the teams there so go begin show back some of what them be get during the past glory time?
Yeah, Jaffa, you see some of them teams there where you call so we not be they perform the previous season. Now that they do massive well at the league. That shows say the league don't take in different shape, because teams that don't learn from them previous mistakes the way they don't do. I should say this is a season where some teams them ready for continue for see how best them go and keep them winning mentalities them. You watch as Freetown City Council, the previous Leroy Premier League, they be the struggle, but now they're in a good footing where they now the league right now. We're at 13th position within day with 16 points. And you watch at Baibure Warriors during the previous season they perform poor, but now their performance don't show say yes. Then they not the league for say our best then we're able to win this Leroy Premier League 2025-2026 season because right now they're first position and with 26 points. I should say that now a very huge one for Baibure Warriors. And it compares to Star Sports Academy, Jaffa. And the previous season, they be the struggle. They always day 7 or 8. But now, if you watch at the way how the league don't go with 14 games the way they don't play, and they still maintain the second position with 25 points. That don't show say, and the team the way they perform poorly during the 2024-2025 season, they don't learn their mistakes them. So now they try for see how best they get the winning mentalities them and kick up the pace so they get for see how best they go win more games them for maintain them form now the Leroy Premier League Jaffa.
Okay, Alaji, continue for still to be inside the program. Now allow we shift a bit to the discussion for today. I believe say yourself would only listen the opening statement of this year from the president Julius Marabio about how I talk about this year and a year of action for the sporting discipline or the sporting sector, looking at all what they happen and the ambition we will get for able to compete and they participate in different international tournaments. Then a question I go put to you. Infrastructure or capacity building, who say will for start?
Now infrastructures and first Salone for need for get. You understand? If Salone get infrastructures them for all athletics games them, not only football, because Sierra Leone and them we all like football, yes, but not to the only game down there where Sierra Leone, beaucoup Sierra Leone and they practice. We get beaucoup games that win at cricket, long tennis. All the one, if they get volleyball, we get basketball. If we get the infrastructure for people where they do them games, then they for continue for let them see how best they able get they pitch them for let them play them games. They are sure say they were able to represent Salone internationally, able to count Lawrence to the country. Because if you not get a basketball court, where and athletes the way they play basketball, where people not get where they play basketball. And not get that facility there. They kill the one that we get that talent there for let them not do the game. What compares to cricket, all in a police field they train. That pitch there compared to international standard, not reach that level there. So all the structures and they need for they in place so that athletes then will able get the side for let them train. You compare to watch at the basketball. Watch who say and try to say man who say athletes they will go train. Only they go collegiate or they use Victoria Park for train. Where then courts then they serve at times not reach that international standard. But if we get formidable courts them for basketball players them, we reach the international standard. I should say what will they expect from athletes the way they play that game day, we go able to get the Lawrence where we they yearning for. And compares you watch back this sports way now volleyball. All the side way Salone athletes they go able to play down there. Now the only national stadium where we get. Because you host most of the athletes they training side them. But up till now, they're not able and see how best they were able to finish that national stadium day so that beaucoup athletes then were able and go train on the different athletics games then. You know, so I should say infrastructure counts a lot in athletics. Not only football, but all the Olympics athletics games them where Sierra Leoneans they partake in. Because if Sierra Leoneans they able to partake in and different and athletics games them, I should say they were able to perform well in the international arena, Jaffa.
Yes, you talk about infrastructure, but looking at a situation, Usai, many a time we don't see Usai government representatives in the sporting sector. They talk about how financial challenge is a big issue. It don't necessarily mean say we not get sports then outside them place and they for play. Sometimes it's about renovating or refurbishing them sports then they. For example, we get a handful of basketball courts them where they in bad condition. Is it we for begin to put them into a brand new condition or for start some side for make them feel that they or then courts and they begin for be active by doing the necessary way to make ball that day, or we the government infrastructure and the association them begin to look for bigger avenues for get brand new facility.
You know, Jaffa, you see some of them courts there where they talk about some of them are private courts them. You know, so the government need for do bringing new courts them for football for basketball.
But you can go into an agreement where the person will get the private what's in name can they run them, but you do them into a standard for it be open so that when they come inside the facility where they pay for, they can able for use the money safe for continue for the use and for other things there.
You know, Jaffa Dana a very huge loss for the government. If the government gets in own, I should say that a very big one for for athletes them when you know will go pay for go train. You understand? Because you watch at stadium where owns most of the athletics games and sports centers them, you know, where the time reach for like athletes go for go train, you know they say they go pay. You just can go in and go do in training with in coach and in opponents them. You understand? But if you say you go pay for a training center, that will cost you a huge of amount of income. You know, so I should say the waiting government need for build more basketball courts them around the country, not only Sierra Leone, Freetown rather, not only Freetown. You know, because we get people we get Sierra Leone and them where they now the provinces where they do very well for basketball, but they not get the facilities them. You know, but if we bring in and infrastructures them, plenty one then at the provincial areas them build inside and they I should say that will give more capacity training to young athletes them where they practice basketball. You know, Jaffa.
Okay, continue for still two inside the program. The time from the studio clock 10:28. Now the time we get now the studio clock. But Yusuf can use the number 077-981-981 for sending text message and call. As we open the phone line now. Remember, we'll get some very, very big and interesting fixtures them inside the Lerock Premier League. We go start today as Abacha City go play against Bantal FC, and then Wilberforce Strikers Seth go play against Freetown City Football Club. We done in a very, very tight fixture, very tough one for either of them two sides, and then you can make your comment. What do you think about your Premier League club in performance? Also on Friday, we get for the Ports Authority go play host to Star Sports Academy inside match week 15 of the Lerock Premier League. All this you can make comment and contribution. But on Sunday, the big one, Mighty Blackpool, they welcome the guys from the East End Lions for play in SLFA Academy inside the first leg of the Lerock Premier League and match week 15. The program they continue 077-981-981. The number again 077-981-981. Inside the program now, we'll pause for a short while. Take a break. When we come back, we'll continue for open the phone line. Then we'll look at waiting day for inside international scene, plus results and fixtures them where they happen inside the midweek. They take the break.
Brace up yourself and ready for another sports program. That na Sports Update Extra, where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from Monday to Friday, as you will get detailed discussion and analysis on team them like football,
Little chance for a marker now. Cyrillion with a magnificent equaliser.
cricket, with other sporting discipline them, plus policy statements them.
Having overt conflict that will affect the sport, the legislation gives us the powers to deregister you.
And international sports news, fixture, and results from top league them na Euro. So, for just 45 minutes every day, listen to Sport Update Extra on Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from 10 o'clock morning to 10:45, as you self go get a chance for add your voice to the program. Brace up yourself and ready for another sports program. That na Sports Update Extra, where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from Monday to Friday, as you will get detailed discussion and analysis on team them like football,
Little chance for a marker now. Cyrillion with a magnificent equaliser.
cricket, with other sporting discipline them, plus policy statements them.
Having overt conflict that will affect the sport, the legislation gives us the powers to deregister you.
And international sports news, fixture, and results from top league them na Euro. So, for just 45 minutes every day, listen to Sport Update Extra on Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from 10 o'clock morning to 10:45, as you self go get a chance for add your voice to the program.
Update Extra, they continue 077-981-981 na the number we go use, 077-981-981 na the number we go use for be part of this edition, and add a voice to the different thing they look at inside this edition of the program, Sports Update Extra. The number again, 077-981-981. Tell me what you think about the fixture between Eastern Lions and Mighty Blackpool. Who that you think they go make the day, and waiting. You think say anyone but then team there for get right for win that fixtures day. 077-981-981. Now the number we go use for call and send text message, or you join the conversation on social media for making comments and contribution, and add the voice to the different things that we look at inside this edition. And as the time from the studio clock now 10:31, they welcome Alfred Jana in the studio. Alfred, good morning and welcome to this edition of the program.
Yes, good morning, Jaffa. Good morning, listeners and viewers.
Yes, plenty to thank you for today inside this edition. Take you through waiting day for we inside the international scene.
Yes, of course, we get plenty updates them now from different sport sector. But first, I will start with snowboard. Or since snowboarder bought in, they are lifted to hospital for we in broke in neck. And hockey, USA don't beat Canada inside women's hockey for maintain perfect record, and this don't make Canada don't top the group. Sky jumping, Pavic siblings don't make Slovenia don't make team gold na sky jumping. Norway Calebo don't win men's cross country classic sprint. Italy don't edge past Great Britain for claim bronze medal na mixed doubles curling. Britain don't win Olympic gold for Norway pan the 20-kilometer individual battalion. Ruud don't win gold medal for Norway per men's slope style. Lynn Slovan don't win men's cross country. Italy don't win gold per short track. And now inside football transfer and other thing them. Olympique Marseille don't sack the former manager. Don't sack Roberto Di Zerbi, the former manager for Brighton and Hove Albion. Also, Tottenham Hotspurs don't sack the manager winner Thomas Frank. Real Madrid don't accept Dani Carvajal for left the club with this season to come to an end. Tottenham in a 16th position and then the 3 points above relegation zone. No summer signing don't score more goal past Joao Pedro. Joao Pedro this season will get 10 goals. Chelsea don't fail for beat Leeds United. Now the Premier League season for the first time inside 25 years. And of course, this now the Premier League fixtures them for today. Aston Villa will take on Brighton and Hove Albion. Crystal Palace will play Burnley. Manchester City will play Fulham. And Sunderland will play Liverpool. Jaffa, this now the update them from the international scene.
Yes, plenty. Thank you. 077981981 now the number you go use. 077981981 now the number you go use for be part of this edition and add the voice to the different thing them we they look at inside this edition of the program. But then Alfred, yesterday we see some very very interesting fixtures. Them Chelsea be the win 2 goals up to 67 minutes, but then later inside the 70th to the 80 minutes, they're able to equalize 2-2 against a team with a 16th at the table, and then a good or bad performance away from Nande. Also, Everton lost from to Bournemouth, where Bournemouth come up from behind and win by 2-1. Same for Tottenham, which have lost to Newcastle by 2-1. Manchester United managed to keep things on the edge as they draw with West Ham 1-1. Of all the results, and those ones surprising.
Well, Jaffa, the one actually we surprised me now Chelsea them with Leeds United. As we see, Chelsea be the beat Leeds United, and again, it not be somehow surprising because again I tell you, saying a match again for be a tough one. Because Chelsea and that of Leeds United now since the way they actually play, and Leeds United they don't want for actually relegate. Likewise, Chelsea themselves want for go now the Champions League. They want for go Champions League. We make actually them be play that type of momentum. But now Leon Wizino on side and be actually be unfortunate for them to carry the day. And again will be Cole Palmer gets a clear chance yesterday for score. With that one, they be one of the biggest chances them by the match.
Let me get an handball controversy. You think say that ball in a handball?
Well, some can say
because
the ball.
Will lead score.
Well, just now, according to some of the interpretations, they say now the hand be in the natural position. So, which simply means there is no other way for say you go able for maker or balance your hand. So that one day towards me, the referee don't award the goal yesterday. Now he goal.
So because another person go say, na the angle where you watch am from, na him go make you say na handball.
Definitely, now if I could get the video assistance referee na VAR, then they always take call the referee. That is if the referee for take right decision, or at times the referee again overrule am. So if na be handball, actually the referee before don't blow am. And again, as you say, na the angle at which the handball be happen, but towards me not to handball.
So Tottenham, Newcastle, we make the coach don't get sacked now. You see this be done they come for a very long time, or they're not patient to coach.
Well, Tottenham Hotspurs last season we see they be performed greatly under and Postecoglou, we in BDD. We of course if you win a trophy against Manchester United. So I know say that for the actually the sack managers them. Therefore they actually they wait because some managers they come inside the team the way that thing is struggle, we therefore go into transition.
Because they do well in the Champions League, but they know they do well
and mind you again, Tottenham gets plenty of injury players then. They get Kulusevski, of course, and get injury. They get
Madison, Kudus,
of course, Madison, Kudus, definitely, and even the captain, Kuti Romero, we get against Manchester United. So right now, they actually struggle a lot, and that's all they be or don't be the factors where they make they struggle. But when it comes to Champions League, they're different than competition nowadays because of where they play inside England. Let's say some of the coaches then don't actually they don't study how they play, and when it comes now away go outside, that coach will play against not get the time for study how they play. So likewise, inside England, let me just take a look at Manchester United again, on the other hand. So, he don't win 4 games, that is Michael Carrick, he don't win 4 games, but other coaches there now, they pass it on, actually they watch how they play. And next time they will see a testament of waiting I talk about. So, we see, say, West Ham United, Nuno Espirito, and the play, of course, they are there, almost there for them, for when we challenge, we start with Benjamin Sesko and get the lucky goal. That one was not lucky goal, not lucky goal indeed.
Okay, 077-981-981 are the number you could use. Fumble would open the phone line again. Call now and make your contribution and add a voice to the different thing they look at inside this edition of the program. 077-981-981 are the number you could use. 077-981-981 are the number you could use for being part of this edition of the program, where they come to you from the Society for the Democracy 98.1 FM. Inside the program for today's edition of the program, we get some Copa del Rey matches. So we see Athletic Bilbao go play against Real Sociedad. Now the international scene, as we wait for more calls. Again, 077-981-981. Now the number you go use, 077-981-981, or go to the Democracy Facebook and YouTube page for being part of this edition. And for Coppa Italia, we go see Bologna go play against Lazio, and English Premier League fixtures. Then today, Sunderland go play at home to Liverpool, and then I think another one we go for be very, very interesting. Nottingham Forest, we they look for points right now, go on for make the most out of this fixture as they play against rock bottom Wolverhampton Wanderers. Fulham go on for test Guardiola in tactical ability as they play today against Manchester City. Then Crystal Palace, Seth go on for make use of one of the league points donor Burnley inside the match today. Aston Villa go get a strong test against Brighton. Manchester don't go yesterday. If they lost, it can make the thing become more and more worse for them. But then if they win, it can help for continue for increased intensity on the goal for Sidon at the third spot. Very, very interesting fixtures, and so we get a lot to look forward to inside today's fixture then.
Jaffa, as you rightly mentioned, in the first place, let me just take a look at Sunderland. They get for playing inside Stadium of Light, that is against Liverpool. And Liverpool, they play, of course, against Manchester City. Then Talis Marina, Dominic Sloboslai don't get scared card. Again, Sunderland themselves, they don't already get they miss the captain, Benagana Xhaka. They miss, of course, and get injury. But really, the way how they lost against Arsenal,
not play against Arsenal,
and not be actually play, they get injury. And we see her right now on Instagram. He say for so many years, 7 years, I missed Arsenal, and he's back. And it clearly shows say he still get love for Arsenal. But playing against Liverpool today, Sunderland, therefore be a tougher one, because
and
both teams
definitely
both teams are wounded lions.
To respond from that defeat against Man
Definitely.
City, because if not that, the manager self go under pressure for loss in job.
And it's not as in Abi Stroll today through the Facebook and say since we can only one player we insisted them in the last season are Kezia from the summer, and that already show for say and be satisfied with the squad. But as we don't see the midsummer, of course, the mid-term when they for do the signing, he don't come and don't we see say he add Frimpong, he add them other players them, and so the window they close. We say do 4 solid signings them. That already show for say they be really the struggle from and players them.
But them players they not person go argue say them players they really not prove up to the test of time for what they expect them for do.
Well, so the Frimpong aspect, now a player we actually don't play plenty of games them for.
Alexander
Isak gets and leg broke for the rest of the season.
Injury, yeah.
Definitely, Frimpong is gets injury, and really Liverpool they struggle. They lost one of the defenders when Alexander Arnold. Let's say if he was there, of course, waiting should have happened. Plenty of things for to happen today. We for don't make Liverpool for be one of the contenders there, but as of now, they be a United they be a struggle last season. And now, if they beat City, it will be 2 point difference between them and United. But really, United, kudos to them, as the guy get the plenty of here. It's still a hope if United will still continue for win 5 games in a row and go cut off in here.
Well, until that time, plenty thank you to you, and also plenty thank you to Alhaji Jallo for we wanna be part of this edition of the program. We listen to it. Plenty thank you. We watch we. Plenty thank you. Me we bring count on this edition. My name is Jaffa Mans Davis, and Bosa Kamara, I'm a producer, and alongside me I've been on the work with DJ Schoolface, so we're gonna get to live from a different radio set them, and Fatmata Samoa, we're gonna see we live now with Facebook and YouTube page. Until the next edition, have a nice day. Goodbye for now.
Brace up yourself and ready for another sports program. That na Sport Update Extra, where they come to you live from Radio Democracy